While Rolex launches new models each year, there are a few that have to go. While some models have surprisingly been discontinued, others have already been expected. A few models are replaced with newer ones, while others are completely removed from the collection. Although it may be heartbreaking to see your favorite models entirely wiped out of production, it does create endless possibilities for new models and replacements. Which Rolex models were discontinued this year? Keep watching until the end of the video to find out. Welcome back to Above First Class. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Oyster Perpetual 124300. As they say, simplicity is beauty. The drive to accomplish one thing well, if not greater than the rest. The Oyster Perpetual, more than any other Rolex, showcases just that. The Daytona is pretty good, but the chronograph isn't something Rolex can take pride in. The Submariner 2 was a nice watch with an interesting story to tell, but it didn't break any new ground. Rolex's true stroke of genius dates back in the early years of its creation, when it battled against giants such as Omega and Longines to establish itself. Everything you need to know is on the dial. The Oyster Perpetual chronometer is part of a big strategy to bring Rolex up to speed so that the next quarter century can be all about making things happen. Rolex sent a wristwatch to be chronometer rated in 1910 to prove its accuracy. It didn't just pass, but it was the first wristwatch to actually do so. Since it was the first to be tested, it was a major game changer at a time when Omega was still preoccupied with pocket watches. In 1926, Rolex designed an oyster-sealed watch that was widely worn throughout the English Channel in a world record-breaking attempt at swimming. Finally, Rolex created a movement in 1931 that could wind itself using a basic motor mechanism that could spin freely in either direction. The Oyster Perpetual symbolizes Rolex's three major blows to its competitors in reshaping the face of the industry and taking it to a different path. A path that Rolex may take lead in. The Oyster Perpetual missed the mark as a piece of consumer-friendly jewelry. Compared to Omega, which had to exhibit its craftsmanship by the quality and design of its watches, a Rolex was simply a container for the movement and dial. The bracelet was almost the only thing that kept everything together on the user's wrist. A Rolex may have become a prized piece of jewelry because of its shape and name, but that has nothing to do with the way it was made. The point is, whenever something is designed simply, it tends to be more adaptable. As a result, the Oyster Perpetual looks great with a suit. It looks great with a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. And since it is the simplest way of displaying time on a person's wrist, you could definitely wear it with anything and it would still look great. The specific model is 41mm throughout a contemporary size and perfectly balanced thanks to a thickness of merely under 12mm. You can have other options in 36, 34, 31, and 28mm. So, if you're one of the selected few who gets to have rare blue Oyster Perpetual, what does it show? It shows that you've got the best combination of RRP and desirability that Rolex has to offer. Normally, you'll be looking at upwards of £10,000, but for the lucky few, this is a watch that falls in the same price range as the Omegas and Breitlings you're considering. However, there is an added benefit that is well worth it. This does not actually mean that you should buy this watch because of its desirability or possible turnover, but you have to admit that the possibility of getting a good deal of cash is tempting. This watch may be the greatest Rolex has to offer. It is the purest representation of Rolex's legacy and the source of its current dominance in the market. It's the most versatile everyday wear, perfectly working as a dress watch, a sports watch, or simply a watch you walk your pet in. And it will make you a pretty thin dime if and. Unfortunately, Rolex has discontinued the Tiffany Blue 41mm Oyster Perpetual. But why? The Tiffany Blue Oyster Perpetual 41mm, which was immensely popular at the peak of the current trend, is being discontinued, following the release of the Tiffany Blue Nautilus 5711 1A018 last late year, the impressive light blue shade has wowed watch collectors much more than the usual. Due to the restricted availability of the Nautilus, collectors have turned to other brands such as Rolex to fill the missing light blue aspect in their collections. However, the Ref 124300 with light blue dial is no longer available, at least in 41mm sizes. The more sophisticated Oyster Perpetual 36mm and 31mm sizes, on the other hand, are still a great way to get your Tiffany blue fill. Enjoying this video so far? Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Rolex Air King 116900. It has become pretty common to try and guess which Rolex watches will be released and discontinued every year, and the Air King was one watch that appeared to be on several sources' hit list. This watch has always been a watch with divided opinions. You either love it or you don't. The biggest reason for this is the unusual dial design, which combines elements from the Rolex Explorer as well as a pair of cockpit instruments created by Rolex in 2006 for the Bloodhound SSC project. The two distinct instruments were the direct inspiration for the dial on the Rolex Air King. This technical project attempted to create a car that could hit a land speed of 1,000 miles per hour. When you add the Rolex Milgauss case to the mix, you get an odd blend of influences that some people adore and others absolutely hate. So, why is this model being discontinued? When the Bloodhound SSC project ran into financial difficulties in 2018, it was rebranded Bloodhound LSR. But Rolex wasn't on board with the project anymore, and so the instruments were removed. It's past time for Rolex to retire the strangest of all Rolex models. Rolex has replaced it with Ref 126900, an upgraded version with a new case, enhanced dial, and better movement rather than completely discontinuing it. There's no point in keeping the 116900 around when the new watch ticks all the boxes as the previous one, but even better. Rolex Deepsea 126660. This is a strange one. The Rolex Deepsea 126660 has indeed been discontinued in favor of a new model, the 136660. There is no need to be upset, because the 136660 has about the same case, movement, and design. The only difference is a bit of platinum PVD and a slightly larger date aperture. New models are always going to be good, but the models that are discontinued every year, particularly when it comes to Rolex, are just as significant as well. While the innovations are the centerpiece of Rolex launches every year, it's also intriguing to see which Rolex decide to discontinue and stop production. Every year, it appears as if they do the unthinkable and take a completely different path that may be expected. Do you think Rolex made a good decision in discontinuing these models? Please let us know in the comment section below. And if you loved the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time above first class.